I can't keep it to myself." That line came from Jungkook, the lead vocalist of BTS, in an interview session that recently created a wave of overwhelming emotion among the ARMY. Without further ado, Jungkook finally admitted something that has been a big question mark among fans, something that is directly related to Jimin, a groupmate and figure who has been known to be very close to him. What exactly goes on behind the scenes of their relationship, and why does that statement leave many ARMY heartbroken? In an exclusive interview that aired on one of South Korea's media channels, Jungkook finally touched on an issue that has rarely been touched directly. The personal dynamics between him and Jimin have undergone significant changes. The clarification was not just small talk. He spoke in a serious tone, a meaningful look and sentences that he was not used to saying in public situations. "There is a distance being formed, and it's not something we talk about easily, even among ourselves," he said, sparking speculation and grief among the global ARMY community. For many fans, the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin, or often called Jungkook, has been a symbol of close friendship, loyalty, and emotional support amid the pressures of the entertainment industry. So while Jungkook directly acknowledged the tension and disharmony in recent months, an emotional response was inevitable. Thousands of comments flooded social media, mostly voicing shock and concern. "Why does it have to be like this? We always see them laughing together," wrote one Twitter user. Jungkook explained that during BTS' last promotion as a group before the draft, many things were not communicated openly among the members. "We are all exhausted, physically and emotionally. There are small misunderstandings that are not resolved immediately. And, unfortunately, it accumulates," he revealed. This clarification unravels the reality that is often hidden behind the magnificent stage and the smile they always show in front of the public. However, Jungkook admitted that he felt alienated from Jimin in several key moments, including during the recording process of his solo and individual projects. "We were too busy proving ourselves, forgetting how to listen to each other," he said. This statement sparked a serious discussion among fans about the internal pressures that BTS members may experience after traveling together for more than a decade. Shortly after Jungkook's statement went viral, Jimin himself responded through the Weverse community platform. In his message, he did not dispute Jungkook's remarks, even claiming to feel the same way. "Sometimes we focus so much on taking care of the group from the outside, that we forget to take care of each other inside," she wrote. The phrase reinforces the validity of Jungkook's clarification and adds a new emotional layer to this event. Korean pop culture analysts say Jungkook's comments are rare in the K-pop industry, which tends to keep its everything's fine narrative in the public eye. "Honesty like this is not a weakness, but it shows emotional maturity and professionalism," said one Korean entertainment industry expert. Although it does not indicate a major conflict or breakup, this recognition opened the eyes of many that even among the members of the group that seemed the most harmonious, there were complex emotional dynamics. This clarification invites the ARMY to see Jungkook and Jimin as mere mortals who can get tired, disappointed, and need space to improve their communication. The good news is that both Jungkook and Jimin expressed their commitment to improving the relationship. Jungkook emphasized that this clarification is not intended to provoke sympathy, but rather as a first step towards openness and recovery. "We're not perfect, but we keep trying to keep what we have," he said sincerely. ARMY, who is known to be very supportive of BTS, began to shift the narrative from sadness to positive support. What began as a surprising confession has now become a moment of mutual reflection for Jungkook, Jimin, and fans around the world. In a world built on perfection and consistency, the courage to tell the truth is the most courageous and touching thing, and this was the reason why many of the ARMY were heartbroken, not because they had lost hope, but because they had for the first time seen that even the two closest looking figures could experience distance. But from there, too, grew a deeper understanding that a real relationship is not one that is always smooth, but one that is constantly fought for. However, as news of Jungkook's emotional clarification of his relationship with Jimin began to spread across various platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other entertainment media, one important question arose that should not be ignored: did this really happen? Or is all this just a neatly packaged narrative to create public attention? We live in an era where information flows in torrents without strict enough filters. A lot of content looks convincing, but if it is traced deeper, it is often only sourced from video pieces, free translations, or even fictional narratives that are wrapped in such a way as to look like facts. So it's no wonder that many are now questioning the authenticity of Jungkook's clarification. Did he really say it? Is this a whole context or just an interpretation of a piece of the moment pulled out of context? As readers and connoisseurs of the news, it is important that we do not simply get carried away in momentary emotions. True, Jungkook's statement sounded touching and provoked sympathy. But let's ask, is there an original recording of the interview? Is the news media reliable? Did Jimin actually respond on Weverse as claimed, or was it just an edit from a fan upload? We must remember that a fandom as big as BTS cannot be separated from media intrigue, content creators who chase clicks, and fandom dynamics that sometimes create their own narratives based on collective imagination. There are many YouTube videos claiming hidden conflicts or secret codes in member interactions. But does it all have a solid foundation? Or is it just built from speculation without verification? We should ask, why did this clarification appear now? Was this moment used by certain parties to create an emotional sensation in the midst of a break in group activities due to conscription? Is there really a significant problem between Jungkook and Jimin, or is this just the effect of longing for fans who haven't seen their interactions for too long as they used to? More than that, we must also consider the possibility that this kind of news could become a commercial tool. With millions of armies around the world, the slightest issue involving the relationship between BTS members can go viral in a matter of minutes. So, it is worth asking, who actually benefits from the spread of this issue? But on the other hand, there is also a chance that this news reflects real emotional dynamics. People, even the closest ones, can change. Friendly relationships can go through phases of ups and downs. If it is true that Jungkook and Jimin had some tension, it is not a